Hello, everyone.
What up?
Happy Sunday. Happy holiday week Sunday. What?
What?
Should be a short week for a lot of people this week, which is fantastic.
Unless your boss makes you work on the 4th, and then, well.
Well, yeah. Technically, fireworks don't happen till it's dark. I've worked on so many 4th of Julys where your boss. What we went to see was called Brixtol's Breen, I think, but everyone just calls it the Brixtol's Glacier. The first one, Allison and Stephanie, you guys both did that at the exact same time. You guys got Olden. Wheezy, you got the Brixtol Glacier question. Good job. The name of the transportation was the Troll Car. And Justin, you were the first to answer that one. And then how many miles is the glacier from Olden? It's only 16 miles away. Good job, Allison. You were the first one to answer that one. And the last one, which was really, really hard, was what number troll car did we have? Which was number 9. And that was a tough one. It was obscure part of the video, and I just thought it was kind of fun. So anyway, those are the answers of the trivia questions.
What?
So what's happening?
Nothing. It's all good. It's all good. There was apparently some lag, but it has nothing to do with us. It's something happened and now it's gone. So
okay.
Yeah.
I'm just talking, answering my questions. Stu, welcome everyone. I know I'm going to miss everybody. So Danielle and Rob, Row F, Derek, Heather, Jennifer, Justin's here. I saw Madison and Allison are here. Leslie, Zay's Life. I'm going to miss a bunch of people because I can't see them. Robbie's here. Ella, Stephanie, JNS Travel. Welcome, guys. Pamela, Dawn. So many people are here today. A bunch of new people. It's so amazing. Carlene. I can't. It's just going so fast. So welcome, guys. I hope everybody's having a great weekend. I know if you're in the UK, we heard you guys are having a bit of a heat wave. That's always the temperature here, so it's always hot. But yeah, that's exciting. You guys are getting a little summer. 4th of July here will be nice and toasty this weekend. So yeah, I hope everybody's having a good week and you have a short week, like I said at the beginning. So we'll wrap up what happened this week while Sean's taking care of everybody in the chat room.
What up to all of our new friends? Oh my gosh, so many new faces.
So many people.
Hurting my typing fingers, people.
If you missed this past week, we released more videos, of course. We released all about spa passes. We thought it was kind of interesting to talk about our thoughts on day passes versus week passes versus not getting a pass at all. So if you're interested in that, all of these links are in the description. So if you want to check them out, you can do that. We also released day 6 of our Azura vlog, which is in Bergen, which we went up to see Mount Fløyen.
Sorry, Justin's like the coolest.
What happened?
Sorry, he's just over here cracking me up. Sorry.
Oh. We went and saw Mount Fløyen. We ran, like it was literally an amazing race moment. We did talk to a bunch of people on Instagram and we were doing it as we were running through the streets of Bergen because we wanted to beat the tour buses. And we did. We had 2 hours on top of Mount Fløyen by ourselves. So that's if you are going to Bergen and you want that kind of privacy and peace, it was wonderful.
It should also be noted that if you travel anywhere with Stephanie, you do not deviate from the strategy. The strategy might not have been shared with the other party, and it doesn't matter. Oh my goodness! Oh my gosh! Woo! Thank you, Heather.
Thank you.
And she says, "Congrats for passing on 8,000 subs." Thank you, Heather. You are awesome.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Well, here's your Heather. There it is. Woo.
That is so cool. You rock.
Thank you, Heather.
Hey, Ben and David are in the house. What up,
Hi,
Ben and David?
guys.
2 of my favorite people on the planet. How's it going? Hopefully we can all hang out together and not in parts. We've never been able to see. I don't think you're allowed to see Ben and David in the same room. That might be too much awesome, but we got to see them separately, and it was super, super cool.
It's awesome hanging out with you guys. We're actually our final. I'll get to that in a second. Anyway, let's get through what you missed last week. 5 things about Princess Cruises came out last week, which is really fun. A lot of people have been commenting. If you've been on a Princess Cruise, you should watch it and comment. We did miss the international.
Oh my
campaign.
gosh.
Oh my gosh.
Teresa and Kay, we got a double super chat up in here at the same time. I don't know who's. Thank you so much, Teresa, and thank you so much, Kay.
Oh
wow,
my gosh.
Goodness gracious. Woo woo.
Thank you guys
Thank you.
so much.
You all rock.
Thank you for your super chats. Yay. There's Kay. Kay's up there.
Yeah, we do have a problem with our date on Carnival Sunrise. We did fix it. We'll talk about that. I'm loading up your queue right now.
Okay. Or where were we? We did day 7 on the Azura, which was our very last sea day. And it was the Great British Sail Along, so you can watch that. We did not have a sail away because we were in...
Ben and David said they're secretly the same person, and you know what? We have the footage to prove that. We never once saw you all together at the same time, so it's entirely possible that, I got to wear my Ben suit today. Nope. Today's David. That's fantastic. Sorry.
Yes, British Sail Along. In the Norway, you have there's a noise ordinance that you cannot have loud music during sail away. If you told Olden that, they would know because they blasted music as we were leaving, not our ship, but the city of Olden. That was kind of crazy. And then we did a Carnival.
Oh my goodness gracious. What? Allison.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, Madison. Don't give us your allowance, Madison. Use that to pay for a cruise. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Allison. And Madison. Woo.
Madison. Oh
Madison
my
rocks.
goodness. Madison, you need to keep your allowance.
Yeah.
And you can go on a cruise.
Yeah.
Thank you
Woo.
guys so much. Love you. I love you so much. Turn that off. And so we had Carnival Horizon also come out last week.
We love you, Robbie. Robbie's leaving. Everybody, Robbie Cruises is in the chat right now. He's leaving. Say hi to him. He's awesome. Bye, Robbie. We'll hope to see you later.
Our Carnival Horizon is doing really well. People are really liking it. It's getting some good traffic. So if you want to check that out, if you're interested, if you've been on the fence with Carnival like we were before we went on Carnival Horizon, check that out. It's we talk about all of the stereotypes that we heard about Carnival, which we didn't see any of.
Yeah, and newsflash, it's a cruise ship, people. If it was really as bad as everybody says, nobody would be booking these ships. So it's not nearly as bad. And I've seen way worse behavior on other lines that are supposedly way more elevated than Carnival. So take everything you hear with a grain of salt. We had the best time. I would go on Horizon tomorrow if I could. Check
that out. If you like Norwegian, Royal Caribbean, you will feel right at home on the Carnival Horizon. If you're interested, check that out. The links are all below us. All right, so that brings us to this week, which is Happy 4th of July week. Enjoy your week, guys. We have 3 videos coming out. We are going to be doing our very last P&O day, which we go back to Orlando. So sad. We will be releasing 5 things we love about Carnival Cruise Line, and then we have a P&O Azura full review since we are finally come to the end and we are finished with our Azura vlogs, which is really exciting. So that's that. So that's my homework. I'm done. I'm out.
See you. Bye.
Signing out.
All right, cool. So we've got a ton of stuff in the queue for you to talk
All right,
about.
let's get to some questions.
So click that view the queue, yo.
Let's go.
View it.
All right, guys. If you don't know, if you're new here, you can ask us anything, and we talk about it. I don't know. There you go.
Oh, it's already animated away.
All right. Kingscom, you asked, hi, loved your vlogs of Norway. We are going on Britannia in September. What's your best excursion?
Well, we're split on that.
One. My favorite was the glacier in Olden.
The troll cars.
The troll cars. It is a 1.86 mile walk. They do have the excursion as you can walk up all of the trails to go to the same place that we did. We love the troll car. It was really, really fun and easy and convenient to get there. If you are going on the bus and you get seasick, sit towards the front. Do not sit in the very last row of the bus. And if you do sit in the last row, bring some seasick medicine or bands or something. I wish I had mine. I literally turned green on the bus. So
yeah, she turned crazy. She turned like 3 shades of green, and she's like, she hands me like the phone and the camera. She's like, "You're gonna do socials and video. I'm gonna throw up." I'm like, "Cool." So I'm like, this out the window, going, "Are you okay? You're really green. You're really green. I hope I'm shooting something. Like, you know, don't know what I'm doing with the camera." And she was just done.
Yeah,
so
I got
that was a weird situation.
It was bouncy like this, like down the whole way. It was so bouncy, and I was quite sick. So what's your favorite? What's your
The funiculars. What was that? Bergen,
the funicular.
the funicular. Was that right?
But we did not book that through P&O. We booked that by ourselves, and then we
We
ran.
didn't, we didn't book anything. We ran. So but that was my favorite. So I
But
guess
if
so. If you're talking about booked trips, it's the one that Stephanie said. If you're talking about what was our favorite excursion of the trip, mine was Bergen, despite the fact that Stephanie made me run through like the most amazing architecture.
We did see it on the way back.
Prepping for Amazing Race, though.
Yeah, we did see it on the back. Jenny, you asked, hi, we are thinking of booking the Epic, but are worried about the strange open bathroom layout in the staterooms. Any advice?
Well, here's the thing. If you're not buying the cabin, I think if you're doing it for 7 days, you can probably deal with it if it really truly bothers you. It never bothered me once. It's kind of silly. You get over it. We don't spend a whole lot of time in our cabins, though. So if you're someone who like legitimately spends,
We also don't have a privacy issue. A lot of people,
Well, no,
that's
that's
something
true.
that we have for each other. This is a
She
little
has
TMI.
no borders over here. No borders.
So yeah, that part doesn't bother us any.
I guess I didn't think of that. I guess if you're sharing a cabin with someone and you don't want everything to be seen and or heard, or like, hey, could you go on the balcony for like 20?
Well, not all couples are as open as we are.
Okay, well,
There's
they asked
something-
our advice. I'm just trying to say that it didn't bother me. You know, the thing with a lot of things on cruise ships is they get so overly hyped that people get legitimately worried, and then you get in there, you're like, okay, this is not nearly as big of a deal, right? So for me, it was not that big of a deal. You know, it's not my personal preference. I like to have a bathroom behind a door, but you know, I mean,
there's a little curtain that you pull across if you want privacy. Can you hear everything? Yes, you can hear everything.
you can hear everything in most cabins anyway.
Yeah, I was going to say they're not really. The doors don't really stop anything. It doesn't really bother us. I did like the sink outside because I
that's
could,
nice.
Like wash my face and stuff while Sean was using like the shower and that kind of thing. I also use water for my makeup and stuff, so it was nice that I didn't have to get all steamy for me in the shower. So yeah, hope that helped. Yes. Oh, in the countdown we have that was fixed. It's December 14th, and you know what that? So Jenna asked this question. Your countdown says Carnival Sunrise December 9th, but you posted December 14th. Which one is right? It is December 14th. And that can lead into this, right? Are you ready?
Might as well. Yes, let's do it. Yes, we have not one, but 2 new sponsored trips by our amazing sponsor, Brittany Watson. Your Perfect Getaway by Brittany Watson. She is amazing. Thank you, Brittany.
Thank you.
For those of you who don't know or don't remember, Brittany first put us on our Fathom cruise, which will always be near and dear to my heart. That was where we gave back to the community. And then she put us on the Disney Magic, and now she's put us on the Navigator of the Seas and...
Oh, wait. Hold on. The magic finger is going.
She's also putting us on the Carnival Sunrise. So thank you, Brittany. That is awesome. So we've got 3 more cruises booked this year. We were only going to have the Harmony of the Seas, and now we've got Harmony, Sunrise, and Navigator. That's pretty insane. I'm just speechless about it. Thank you, Brittany. You're an amazing human being. Oh my gosh.
I know you can't.
And Nurse Nancy's in the house. What up, Nurse Nancy?
Thank you.
Yeah. Oh, there we go. Okay.
Thank you so much. So yes, the dates were wrong on that one post. My fault. But they're been fixed. If you ever want to find out our cruise schedule, you can go to our blog, which is seanandstephirl.blog, not .com, .blog. Yeah, everything's posted there. So let's see. Jennifer, you asked, do you guys have any good recommendations for sunblock? I got burnt like a lobster yesterday.
Clearly.
I need something that really works. Sunblock's a hard one because if you're snorkeling and stuff, we don't wear a lot of sunblock because
it kills the reefs. So you have to have sunblock that doesn't poison the environment that you're in. So it's difficult for us to find.
Yeah, and when you wear sunblock on your face for snorkeling, it can make your goggles leak. It's a big problem with sunblock. So we do wear swim shirts so we don't have to put all that sunscreen on our bodies but neck, face up, we use Aveeno, I think it's face sunscreen. It's my favorite. I can put it underneath my makeup. It doesn't look sticky or shiny.
We'll have to look for it and put a link to it at the end.
Yes.
So
it is my favorite, and it lasts all day. I only have to put it on once in the morning. If we are swimming and not snorkeling with our face down, I just put it on the back of our necks. And I always, when I braid my hair, I put it in my part. So that's the kind of sunblock that we use. And that sunblock does kill corals. So we are trying to find one that does not kill coral reefs.
Like Justin Ammerheim. Justin, I'm so sorry I butcher your last name. Justin just said that reef safe sunblock is easy to find on Amazon. That's true.
Yes.
Better snorkel excursion companies will provide it. That is also true. Unfortunately, when you roll in the Caribbean, you get what you get. So it's always better to roll prepared. So, but yeah, you're absolutely right, Justin. And I apologize for brutalizing your last name. In all fairness, I've slept 3 hours in the last week, but that's no excuse.
Shane, you said I only do Royal Caribbean and a bit scared to try different ships.
Look,
that is understandable.
We totally get that. We just did a video about cruise line loyalty, and we get a lot of people going, I'm not going to do this because I don't get points or whatever, or it's just scary to deviate. We were like that. We had almost 30 cruises with Norwegian before we even started vlogging or stepped foot on another cruise line. So it was really weird to go from so many Norwegians to go right into Royal Allure. So it's like, whoa. And then Seaside, and we're like, whoa, and then Equinox, and we're like, whoa, so yeah. But now we love it. Now we embrace the differences, and we love cruising differently. But the first several trips were like,
it was a shock.
Yeah, just a little bit of a shock.
Now that we've done so many different lines, now cruising is cruising.
Yeah, it's all marginally different.
Everybody does a little bit something different, but it is pretty much the same, except Amy just asked this question, which it will lead into this. Except Disney cruising. Disney cruising is the only cruise line that is completely different than anything else we've been on. It's the only one that will feel foreign to you versus just the regular cruising from other lines. It's a great ship. And Amy, you asked, when is your next Disney cruise? We don't know as of right now. Thank you for saying our magic vlogs were great. Appreciate you watching them. We don't have anything booked. We actually didn't have anything booked. We're having our finances are really low right now. Sean just took a second job.
Actually, it would be a third job. If you consider this to be my second job, I have job number 3, and it's been brutal. It's been brutal to find work. We've
been struggling on the income front.
We were not going to cruise. I mean, we killed Meraviglia. We killed our Meraviglia trip.
We canceled our Meraviglia trip, which was going to be in October when the Meraviglia comes to Miami. So we had to cancel that because we just don't have the income right now to financially do it. We have to pay mortgage and stuff.
Oh my goodness gracious! Thank you, Misty.
Thank you so much.
She says, "Love you guys. Thank you, Sean, for being vulnerable about your weight loss." Oh yeah. A while ago, I shared my weight loss journey. I used to be a little over 450 pounds, and now I'm officially 195 pounds. And it took about 2 years. And we wrote about it. We wrote about it and documented it. And so thank you, Misty. That's awesome of you.
Thank you for your super chat. That's so nice. Where was I? So, Amy, that was your question. Tony, you asked, is it noisy or lots of motion? You book a balcony at the very back of the ship.
We've had one aft balcony, two. One?
Two. We did Escape for your birthday in Haven.
Right. Yeah, we did. And that was Insanity.
Celebrity Silhouette.
That's right. So we've done. That's right. Oh my gosh, I forgot about the Silhouette. The stargazing was Insanity. We love aft balconies.
We do.
So motion and all that noise, I haven't had an issue with that. I guess that might be ship specific. If there seems to be a ship that has a loud rear, then I don't know. But of the two that we've done, we've absolutely loved it. For my 40th, we went on the Escape in the Haven, and it was Insanity. We just stayed out there. It's bigger than our house.
We wouldn't have had anything to vlog because we literally ate and we slept and we sat on our balcony.
Yeah.
It was just
it wouldn't have been all that exciting.
It was a great thing. Justine, you asked, what is your dream cruise?
For me, it's got to be a world cruise. Yeah, a world cruise of some kind.
Hands down.
Hands down.
Would be amazing to be able to just board
See it
a
all.
ship and see everything. And then I want to do like they do Southern Hemisphere, and I want to do Northern Hemisphere, and I want to do it all. I want to see it all. That would be so amazing. So good.
Amazing.
Zay's Life, you asked, hey guys, so my family's planning to do a different cruise line besides Carnival and Royal Caribbean. Do you have any suggestions for what?
I didn't.
We're missing the last piece of that question.
Yeah, it's not here.
So, we type it again? We'll get it again. Type the last half of the question, and we'll get that one. Ray, you asked no Carnival Panorama. At this moment, no. It's
a West Coast ship.
It is going right to Laguna Beach, I believe, is where it's going to be sailing out of, I think. I'm not really sure on that one. But yeah, it's going to California. So at this moment, it's not coming here, so we don't have any plans. But we did go on Horizon, so it's pretty much a copy of that. Danielle, you asked any advice on what to do in Puerto Rico, St. Martin, Antigua, St. Lucia, and or St. Kitts. For Puerto Rico, for us, we really liked Fortaleza Street, which is the streets with the umbrellas. It's really, really pretty. Great pictures. It's just fun. It doesn't cost anything to walk up there. We also like the fort, which is Fort Cristobal, I think, which is right there. It is fun to walk around. You could get lost in there. You can go in the dungeons, and it's really cool. There's all kinds of like plaques and facts and of things and history facts on stuff and stuff like that in there. So it's fun. There's cannonballs and great views of the city. For St. Martin, we would love Johnny from rent an ATV
gracious.
From Johnny's
Johnny.
ATV Rentals. We
Johnny.
love him.
So much we did it twice.
We did it twice.
With our own money.
So much fun. Antigua, we have never been there on a ship, but we have stayed in an all-inclusive in Antigua. And if you go there...
Did you say Laguna Beach?
Yeah.
You meant Long Beach.
Long Beach.
Sorry, yes. I can't pay attention to everybody, so somebody caught that. Is
Laguna Beach not a real place?
No, it is. A TV show? I'm sure it is, but it's not where you're sailing from.
Okay, sorry. See? Antigua, like I said, we've not gone on a cruise ship, but we have stayed there. And one restaurant that we found that's right next to the port is the Big Pineapple. What's that? There's a pizza place there called...
Oh yeah, it's
Big
amazing.
Beach Pineapple, and you gotta go. It is like
the pizza place is insanity.
I forget what it's called. Sean's gonna look it up,
yeah.
But it's amazing. We've never been to St. Lucia, and in St. Kitts we also did an ATV. We did an ATV tour by ourselves. But if you want to do a tour, definitely go check out they have another fort there. There's monkeys and everything else. So hope that helps.
And Justin mentioned in St. Martin, there's the Star Wars guy.
Oh yeah,
it's awesome, but they forbid photos and videos. So it's, I don't want to have a whole vlog series of, hey, there's something cool that I can't show you and I can't really talk about. So awesome. So we try to avoid that. But yes, it's super, super cool if you're a Star Wars fan. Super cool.
Shane, you asked, you've done 8 Royal Caribbeans, see most of your vlogs. What's your best ship with Royal Caribbean? Hands down, that Symphony of the Seas right now. It is
by far. We were
perfect.
We had the closest to a perfect cruise. The least amount of jerky behavior, all the stuff that can potentially ruin a cruise. It didn't happen, and the food was amazing. The service was amazing. Everything was just. I don't think we could recreate it. I don't think it would be possible to be as awesome the second time around. It was so awesome.
It was just everything was perfect. It was
perfect.
Just a perfect cruise, which we've never had before. So Symphony right now tops all of our cruises. David, this is actually a very good question. We just covered this in our review for Azura, which comes out next week. You asked, on your Pando cruises, you didn't seem to use the main dining rooms. I was wondering why. We found the indoor was great. Did you have some issues? So first, we didn't have any specific issues regarding anything specific. It is very slow, so we were always pressed for time as far as mornings or lunches go. So we didn't do the MDR because of that. We did go in the MDR for one lunch at one point, and the menu was so fancy for me. I was like, it was not my cup of tea. It was not something for me, so we just didn't do it. And then for dinners, we were doing specialty dining, so we did try on Ventura, we tried the main dining room for Black Tie Night, and the menu was very, very fancy, too fancy for us, like quail eggs and caviar, and that's great for some people, but that's just way over our palates. So we just chose to go to the buffet, which actually we talked about as well. We're not buffet people, and we love the buffet on P&O.
It was really, really good.
It was really, really good. Great food.
We typically have really bad experiences in the MDRs and in the buffets. The buffets are people doing things with their hands they shouldn't be doing. We all know what's up with that. I don't need to go into detail about that. Wash your hands, people. Just wash your hands. And don't touch things other than your utensils. Don't grab the scrambled eggs with your bare hands, yo. But yeah, we've had, and with the MDRs, it usually comes out in pretty, like in stacks and stacks. I have a dietary restrictions. I always end up getting the fish, so it's like, whoa, trying to kill me.
Yes. TV Queen, you asked, when are you going to book Pando Iona?
Would love to. Would love to. Right? Like Stephanie said a few minutes ago, times are financially, times are the toughest they've been for us than they've ever been. So we're not booking anything. These 2 new trips that came up were purely the graciousness of the wonderful Brittany Watson. And she hit us up and said, look, you want to do these? And we're like, yes, yes, and yes. So yeah, but right now, P&O, Pando, if you can hear us all the way over here, let us in. But, y'all got amazing vloggers over there that you could send. So we don't get the calls. We don't. Actually, I think they call us to tell us to move our car. Get out of the port if you can.
Air Force, you asked, do you have a preferred location for your cabin? We do not. This used to be something when I first started booking cruises. I get motion sick pretty bad. This
pretty
was before, pretty easy. I have to, like, if we go ride rides or anything like that anywhere, I have to have my C-bands on. I know I probably look pretty funny, but it keeps me from being sick. But so I was booking mid cabins lower to the ocean. That was helping me. And then I basically never, if I don't have my seasickness is not as bad. So we've cruised enough now that my body is okay for most of the cruising. Unless there's like some serious motion where like water in your glass is moving, that kind of thing. So we don't have a preferred location anymore. We've done it all. We usually cruise inside cabins now because it's the vlogging cabin.
It's cheap, folks. It's cheap. I would love a suite.
It's the cheapest, yeah. So we just do. We just want to be on a ship. We just want to travel and see what we can see everything. So.
Sarah Bennett says, do people really grab scrambled eggs with their bare hands? Sarah, I have seen the most horrific things in every single buffet. And that includes the Pando buffets that I loved. But I literally saw people do things that it's one of those funny things where it says, do not fill your water bottles here. And there's someone with like 8 water bottles touching every little nozzle. So I'm like trying to find a crew member, like, can you please clean this? I've seen people grab bacon with their hands. I'm not eating the bacon, but I'm just saying, it's just, or they'll drop it and put it back in the thing, right? So they'll make a huge mess and like, where do you put these messy eggs now that they've dropped? Well, clearly back in the batch of eggs, right? I mean, that makes all the sense in the world. I see it all. I could have a whole second channel of things people do in the buffet, but it's like...
Mike, you said Blue Hole or Dunn's River in Jamaica. We have not done either of those.
No. Whoa, speak for yourself. I've done Dunn's River many times. Mothership. Wrong information. Not with Steph, no. I won't take Steph because she's clumsy and she'll pull the whole line down. It ain't happening. I could put a reel together of Stephanie falling. The problem is we have a gimbal, so it looks nice and smooth. It looks like she just put the camera down on the ground.
That does happen a lot.
Something about butts and tea kettles, folks. There's something about that.
Kai, you asked, of Western, Eastern, and Southern Caribbean itineraries, which do you prefer? Favorite ports in those areas? We have yet to do a deep Southern Caribbean itinerary. We have not done the ABCs yet.
No.
We want to. So of Eastern and Western, we definitely prefer Eastern. Western has a lot of civil unrest and things that we won't get off the ship for country-wise, safety reasons and all that stuff. So for that reason, we choose the Eastern Caribbean. And maybe one day, we'll be able to get to the Southern Caribbean. That'd be so awesome.
Zay's Life said the rest of his question was if you guys have a suggestion for our next cruise, or do you have a suggestion for the next cruise line?
So it was a Royal... I've already forgotten.
Oh, Justin, there's so many bloopers, Justin. So many bloopers.
But you can't see them because the gimbal stays.
And yes, Nurse Nancy, buffet slobs, but it's just like... so gross.
Oh my gosh. So for royal ships, if you... I don't know what the rest of the question was. Brain is...
Yeah, you need to write it down.
I needed to write it down, that one. Do we have any more questions? That was all. I got through the queue.
Yeah, Teresa says they lick their fingers over and over and then touch utensils, right? And that's after a visit to the bathroom. So yeah, it's all kinds of fun in the buffet. That's why I'm scared, just scared of the buffets. It's not me. It's not the food. It's all everybody else.
Yes. And Dawn, you like rooms with windows. I completely understand that. We do as well, but it doesn't.
Oh yeah, look. If money was no object, we would do the big suite. Have a nice huge balcony, triple balcony, 5 bathrooms. Because there's 2 of us.
Do it that way.
Yeah, but
I'm with their Nancy. Just get me on a ship. That's where I want to be. I just want to be sailing. Air Force, you asked journey or destination?
Ooh, for us, that depends on where we are in the world.
Yeah, they're
Caribbean journey. Europe,
Caribbean,
the destination.
That's correct. Caribbean would be more of a ship-based. We want to check out ships. Like, we're really excited to check out Navigator and Sunrise, which both came back from major refurbs. But for new places like Europe, especially, it was all about the itinerary. It was all about where we were going. Yeah.
I cannot find this Antiguan pizza place to save my life.
Renee, you asked what cruise lines do loyalty match other than MSC. I don't know if anybody has MSCs. I don't think I've seen. I know within cruise line companies like Royal and Celebrity will match up. You have to be at a certain tier to match your points or something like that. It gets to me, it gets really crazy convoluted. I haven't really looked into it that much. But MSC is the best for status match because they match it directly. We got black match status from our platinum Norwegian, which was really awesome. So that was really cool. And I think you keep your status match if you sail within 3 years with MSC. So that's really nice. Allison, you asked which dinner was better, Cagney's or Chops? All right, so before we went on Bliss and Symphony, I would have said that NCL Cagney's was much better than Chops, right? Before Bliss and Symphony. Cagney's was much better
before
than
Bliss.
Chops.
Yeah, after Bliss, Cagney's isn't even on my list.
So when we had the worst food at Cagney's on the Bliss, it was terrible. We couldn't even eat. We didn't eat it. It was we got our steaks remade and we sent them back because it just tasted like bad food. Definitely love Chops Grill. We liked 150 Central Park on Royal Caribbean better than Chops, though. So if you're really want a good steak meal, we thought that was a better option than Chops. So, yes.
Yeah.
Do I got more Q?
Yes.
All
Always.
Right. Always. Where are we? Do you prepay gratuities? This is from Natalie.
We're going to start changing this. The world is changing with gratuities, and we're going to start changing how we handle our gratuities, I think.
Are we?
Well, not changing in terms of doing things differently, but for example, there's a certain cruise line that we found out that if you do gratuities, the money doesn't go to those crew members, so it's cash or nothing at all, and it goes into a pool, and then they may or may not win like a MP3 player or a half a day off or whatever, but not everybody gets it, and it does not go to them. So I think it's per cruise line, and you have to research it.
Yeah, so we usually prepay, unless we have an onboard credit. If we have an onboard credit, I will keep the gratuities on there because your onboard credit usually goes towards your gratuities. It just basically comes off your bill at the end, which includes gratuities. So, but we typically prepay. I like to start out with a $0 amount when we head on the ship so I know exactly how much money we are spending while we're on the ship.
Yes, for certain.
Mike, you asked for MSC Seaside, best specialty dining.
Probably Butcher's Cut. I would, it was all really good. It was all really good food. I didn't have any issues with any food on MSC. I went in expecting the worst, though. I mean, there were some pretty famous vlogs that just destroyed the Seaside, so I was expecting a nightmare, and it was the exact opposite. So, I would say Butcher's Block was probably but it was all fantastic.
I was trying to think of the other specialty restaurants on that ship.
Was it the Italian?
It's been a while.
It's been over a year.
Huh. I would honestly say that for specialty dining, the Italian food on MSC is so good. You probably don't even need specialty dining. Like the steakhouse is great, but you could stick with the MDR, the main dining room, and be just fine because it's really, really good.
Lots and lots in the queue, yo.
I gotcha. Jennifer, you said, what's the best company to rent a golf cart in Grand Turk? So when we were in Grand Turk, the golf cart company that we rented was inside the terminal, which I really liked. I felt like it was a lot safer.
All the rest of them are outside the berm, if you will.
Yeah, and I don't remember what it's called because they don't really have it just says golf cart. That's what the sign says above their little booth. but they are inside the terminal, inside the fenced area. So it is cash only. I think it cost us like $90.
Yeah, it wasn't. It wasn't
the
that
whole
big a deal.
day. It was a nice cart. Doesn't go very fast. So
Incredibly slow, actually.
Going like really fast. But that was what we did. I preferred renting inside versus going outside with cash money.
Cash money.
There's just security. Safety. And yes, definitely, I would stay in the broom closet as long as I'm on
I'll sleep next to the engine. I don't care where. Like I said in the last one, I'll sleep in Bug Naked's litter box. I do not care.
Air Force, you asked, do we have full-length video? So we could. We do have a blooper at the end of our ship tours. We typically do bloopers. Well, Sean puts together.
Symphony has the best one.
Symphony has its own dedicated one because there were so many, because it was like 4 or 5 hour shoot day. It was crazy. But yeah, Sean has fun putting those together at the end because I am that's usually me on the ship tours, because we don't script anything. It's just me talking and making up something in my head about whatever's behind me. Like, this is the main dining room. It is number, I don't know.
14 on your map. I mean, she just says random stuff all the time.
It's crazy. There's Nancy. No, we have not seen any pier runners. Have we? Maybe way back in the day.
Way back in the day. Yeah, in Norwegian, there used to be a lot of yelling and screaming. We haven't seen that very often. Plus, we don't get the opportunity to hang out longer than 30 minutes to an hour wherever we are, because we have to go. There's just so much footage that's being shot in order to make these daily vlogs interesting that we're never hanging out in anything for longer than an hour at the most.
Yeah.
So we get to miss all the fun pier runners.
Tony, you asked, what is your favorite P&O ship? Why? We have 3 booked in the next year. Our favorite, we only went on 2. So we went on Ventura and Azura, which are pretty much the same. They only have some slight differences. I liked Azura better, minus that it didn't have an arcade. I was kind of bummed that there wasn't an arcade on board. But
it was an actual card room.
I really liked the decor of Azura better, but that's just, they're the same. I mean, it's basically the same ship. Let's see, where are we? David, we do not have any plans on sailing on Carnival Panorama.
We would love to. All the new stuff they're adding to it seems really cool, but it's a West Coast ship. I'm not even sure if it's going to stop on this side.
I don't think so.
Yeah, but no, I mean, would love to. Would absolutely love to, but it's just a function of not having any funds right now, so we're not booking any additional cruises.
No more cruises right now. Stephanie, you asked, what is your opinion of Carnival Steakhouse? It's amazing.
555 is amazing. And art at your table. Come on now.
So good.
Come on now.
The food is wonderful. The steaks are wonderful. The appetizers are wonderful. But art at your table is hands down the only reason why it's just the main reason I would go to the steakhouse would be to get that dessert. It's so good and so fun. And it's beautiful.
Mm-hmm. Beautiful.
Beautiful. Do you run early or late? Nurse Nan, this is a great question. Do you run early or late in general while cruising?
Our days start at about 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning. So I guess we run early. And late for Stephanie is 8:15 p.m. So, you know. You always wonder why there's nobody in the bars when we're cheersing. It's because technically the bar is probably not even open. They just feel bad.
Yeah. Let's see. Is it WR1U? You asked, how does the steakhouse on the Horizon compare to the others? So we ate on the Breeze and Horizon, and I would say they were the exact same.
Super consistent.
Yeah.
That's the thing I like about Carnival is everything's been consistent. It's very similar to Norwegian in that fact where every meal was identical to the previous ship. It was pretty wild.
Sarah, you asked, do you ever get bored on sea days? Typically, no.
No, I mean, it depends.
Because most of our ships that we sail on have lots of stuff to do.
Yeah.
On P&O,
well,
it was a little bit slower.
Look, Brits love to drink. I mean, I can't be the first person to tell you that. So P&O is definitely a drinking ship. I love to drink. I just don't have that much money. So we limit our expenses. But on a sea day where there's not a whole lot, where it's literally just trivia or drinking, you know, yeah, I guess you can kind of get bored. Sometimes we take that time to spend time with each other or nap because we're going so crazy. But do laundry. Or do laundry. Yeah, free laundromat for the win. So yeah, we typically like I said before, we never spend more than an hour doing anything. We boned up a lot on British TV though, so that was awesome. We didn't care about sea days having not a lot to do because we found ITV and we're in Channel 4 and we were like, what is this magic?
It's the only station on P&O. So P&O has like 5 stations on their TV, and 4 of them are sports, I think. So one is ITV. Mm-hmm. So we found out that we loved ITV, and we watched a lot of it while we were on our sea day. That's why I was kind of bummed that the Azura didn't have a arcade, because I would have played it. We would have spent the entire day in the arcade, but they didn't have that. So, Dawn, you asked, how much is a good amount to take on a 4-day cruise? I'm guessing you're talking about cash. We don't take a lot of cash with us.
We have a travel card, and that's how we get free flights and upgrades and stuff. We put everything, every aspect of our life is on a travel card, right?
Yes.
So the only thing we bring is cash for tipping. That's it.
Yep. So, and we do, let's see if we can figure out, how much do we do for the room steward?
We typically do $10 a day for our room steward. If they're exceptional, we'll do a little bit more than that, maybe double it. It depends.
Yeah, and then we were doing 15 for if we were in a haven, if we're in a suite, because they do a lot more.
And then
stuff
servers are is when at that particular meal, $5 to $10 a meal for a tip.
But most of that can go on your account now, so that's what we do. We don't carry that much cash.
It depends on the line. Again, if I know the tip's not going to them, it's going to be cash only. But yeah, we don't roll up on the ship with more than, like, I don't know, maybe $100. Yeah.
Zay's Life, thank you for posting your question again. We've been on 5 Carnival and 2 Royal. Any suggestions for a different cruise line? Thank you. There you go. Between Carnival and Royal, Norwegian's a great one. It's going to be very similar. If you stick to the bigger ships of Norwegian, you're going to feel right at home. As far as, pretty much any line is going to, they're all just great. They're all wonderful.
Oh, fantastic. Yeah.
I'm trying to think of another line. If you wanted to explore Princess and Celebrity, they're going to be slower.
Very chill.
Lower, low key, more kind of thing. But yeah. Danielle, you asked, have you ever done Wonderland on Anthem of the Seas? And so how was it? We've never done Wonderland on Anthem, but we have done it on Symphony.
And we'll probably do it on Harmony.
Probably so. And it's wonderful. It's crazy. It is the craziest food. It is. I'm not a foodie, and I have a texture thing when I'm eating stuff, and some of the textures were really like, in my mind, I wasn't going to like them, but I ended up loving the flavor, so I kind of just closed my eyes and just ate everything. It's because it just comes out in weird forms.
Mm-hmm.
But I actually absolutely loved it, and it's a great atmosphere, and it's super fun, and the desserts are wonderful. And Justin said you can get desserts. Only you can go in there and ask for desserts.
That's the coolest. So if you're not down with the weirdness, like, a test tube tomato sauce or whatever, you can just have slightly more traditional desserts.
Teresa, you asked, I'm getting ready to go on my first cruise, Royal Caribbean. Is there a minimum amount they want you to put on your SeaPass card? This I do not know. I do not know the answer to this. Maybe somebody can answer this. If you're talking about cash, we always use a credit card, and that's just what they don't ever do a minimum on the credit card. They will pull your credit card daily. So you will get a daily charge. Whatever you spent that day will get run basically the next day. So you don't have a big bill at the end of your cruise. That's for, credit card stopping all that theft and stuff. But cash wise, I have no idea how much you have to put on. That would be somebody would have to answer that, because we don't use cash.
No.
So, all right. Undertaker Thumbstone. That's a fun name.
Is it fun? If someone out there wants to sponsor us, if Norwegian, what up? If someone wants to put us on Encore, that we would love it. But no, like we said.
Actually, we'll be on a cruise on that day.
Oh well, we'll be on the sunrise, the Carnival sunrise that day. So.
Yes, and Heather, you are correct about the tipping. If you're going to remove tips, we are big tippers. I've worked in the service industry. Sean's worked in the service industry.
Yeah, we've both worked in situations where tipping was a thing, and it's how you lived, how you survived.
College was serving. So we definitely tip. If you're going to remove gratuities, give your gratuities to somebody.
To somebody, please.
Because if that's what you want to do.
The problem is, and I agree in part with what's being said. Pando has removed gratuities, but now they're using it as a marketing feature, which I don't agree with. Hey, don't pay anybody anything. Cool. Yeah. No, all these people have families, and they're living on a ship to serve us. So, what's a couple bucks? Honestly, I'm not talking $100 for anybody. I'm just talking, a couple bucks. So yeah, if you do get good service, please absolutely take care of them. Yep. But on Pando, they'll reject it though. They rejected me twice, so it was very strange. I actually got scolded for trying to tip in Pando. So
yes, Row F, you said, what has been your favorite meals on recent cruises? Did you try the black truffle pasta? I don't even know how to say that word.
Yeah,
on the Disney Magic. Yum. I'm glad you liked it. We did not try that.
But the food on the Disney Magic was spectacular.
Probably didn't have to try that because I don't even know what that is. And I usually look up a lot of foods on Google. I don't know what the words mean.
It's funny how you're putting a lot of your truths out there. I love it.
I don't know. I'm like, what is this? And usually it's something like pasta with red sauce. I'm like, oh, I'll have that. But I don't know what that is. And we didn't have internet on the Disney Magic because their internet is tragic. It's so bad. So no, I didn't. But our favorite meal, if I would think of a meal, I think that so the meal that pops in my head first would be 150 Central Park on Symphony. It was amazing. It was just wonderful. What's your favorite meal? What pops into your head first?
Ooh. The absolute favorite meal I ever had was this vegan steak that they served us on Royal in the suite level. Are we talking about just Disney, or are we talking about?
No. What's your favorite meal?
I don't remember. Stephanie does not like vegan food, and she ate all of mine. It was don't you remember that?
Yes, that was very, very good. It was
so good. I don't even know what they called it.
It was a tofu, but it was.
And I'm not really down with tofu, and it was fantastic.
Forget how it was cooked, but it was awesome. Like, I wanted to ditch my food and eat Sean's. I'm like, can I have some more of that? It was really good. So yeah, both royal ships.
Heather says you have to put enough cash to cover gratuities unless you prepaid.
There you go.
There you go. Thank you, Heather.
Thank you. Kai, you asked, I lost the question. Do you have a safety bag purse when using port? Something with anti-cut panels? We do.
Whoa, yeah.
We have a backpack, and it's on. Oh, this is great for this. It's right here on our Amazon page. If you go to our Amazon, we have a shop. It's amazon.com/shop/Rampant Media. That's our company. We use it because it's for taxes and all that stuff. But on here, we use all of these things. And if you scroll down, this thing will cooperate. It's right here. Yep. This is our anti-theft bag, and it is amazing. It has locks on the zippers. So when the zippers they overlap, it locks them in place.
Yeah, you're not getting in this bag.
You can't cut it. It's all cut proof.
I've had people run into me, have people grab my bag. I've had a monkey try to open it. That's why I call it monkey proof. Yeah. It is straight up monkey proof.
It is the best bag that we've ever used. We used to use a money belt. Sean would wear a money belt under his shirt for credit card. Now all we take is a credit card and our IDs when we go out into. And we usually take like $20 if there's like a cab or something that we have to do for cash only. Or like a canal tour, it's cash only. But we take that backpack and put our credit card and our IDs in there, and that's it. So we don't have to take a money belt anymore.
No.
It's really, really nice.
That was weird, too, taking a money belt, and like Stephanie's like basically lifting up my shirt, putting her hand, what looks like from a distance, down my pants, and then like ruffling around going, I can't find it. I'm like, she's talking about credit cards, people. So that was weird. That happened in Spain. I'm just like, we're going to come up with a better way.
Chaz, you asked Sean, how many shirts do you have with the black skulls on it?
4. I get that question a lot. So I subscribe to the theory that if you like something, at least get it in 2s because it wears out, right? So I've lost so much weight. Finding a shirt that fits and at least looks decent, I'm gonna have to work now. I can't work at home. At home, I can edit in my underwear. Y'all don't know, but now you do. But anyway, I can't do that at work. So if a shirt fits, we buy every one that they make.
This is a fantastic question. I love answering this question. Do you test the fates in the casino?
We used to.
We lived in California for a year, and we would go to Vegas on the regular, actually.
Oh, yeah.
Pretty regular.
Yeah, so when I first met Steph, she had never been to Vegas, and we moved to California for quite a while, and I used to live in LA, so I'd been to Vegas is just like your backyard when you live in LA, and she had never been, and I made the big mistake of taking her to Vegas once, and then she was like, well, we've got 3 hours. Let's just drive to Vegas. I'm like, what? I mean, it was just every weekend. Let's go to Vegas. I know what we're doing this weekend. We're going to Vegas. I'm like, okay.
But that was before we owned our company. And it was kind of like we worked so hard to make just such a little bit of money that when we first started the company, we stopped gambling and we stopped basically spending money that we were literally making by making products and everything else. So we don't actually go to the casino anymore. But we used to. I used to really love Vegas a lot. We really got into craps. It was like our favorite thing.
Oh, we didn't win a lot of money, but we played for 8 hours straight on craps. And I made this lady across the table. I made her like 30 or 40 grand. I rolled straight for like 3 hours. It was the most. I mean, my legs were giving out. They're like, "Sir, we'll have someone hold you. You're on a hot streak."
Yeah.
It was fantastic. But no, we don't gamble anymore, unfortunately.
There's Nancy. Do you ever go out, do the line dancing or other dancing while on a cruise? We don't. Sean's not a dancer.
Ravagers don't dance. Ravengers don't dance.
We really
Look,
just,
you don't want to see this on the dance floor. You're going, come on, come on, yeah. All of a sudden, the dance floor just gets empty. They get mad at me. So I'm like a cooler, except instead of gambling, it's like how do you clear the dance floor? You know?
Yeah. So at night when it's our last end of the day for dancing, and I don't have any energy. I used to love dancing in college, and I was a dancer. I would go to all the clubs and just dance away. It was so much fun. But now with the vlogging and the filming, we do so much. It's finally like I just want to get through the shots of the cheers and whatever we're watching, so that Sean and I can be like, we're just gonna sit and sit there. I should probably record that because it's kind of funny that we're basically like, let's hurry up, let's get these shots going. Cheers, cheers, cheers. Fine, relax. So we just usually sit. But yeah, no, we don't do the dancing anymore because we just don't. We're just exhausted.
Look, people watching is fun, and I watched two dudes like super awkward, like get onto the dance floor and then like try to talk to each other, but instead of just like saying "Yo, what up," which is weird. Like, why are you starting a conversation on a dance floor? Dude rolls up playing the air bass, like, "What's up, man?"
It was so
and at first I thought he was joking, but then he wasn't, because if the song changed, and then he would change positions on the bass. It went from like side bass to like kind of like tilted, like. And he's like, "What's up, man?" And the guy's like, "Hey." And then the guy's like, doesn't know what to do, so he starts air drumming. I'm like, "Man, we need like 2 more pieces, and we got this." So yeah,
it is some fun people watching.
Yeah, I wish I could put that kind of stuff in the vlog, but it's just would come out mean, so I don't do it.
Heather, you've said, are you all going to meet Super Mario when you go on the Navigator? I had no idea he was on the Navigator.
Yeah, we don't know Super Mario. If he's willing to take our calls, sure.
Say hi.
You know, I think he's been exhausted in terms of. I mean, I guess it'd be cool to meet him, but I'm not sure if I have any thoughtful questions, or if you have any thoughtful questions.
I don't know who he is. I have to look and see who he is.
Well, I mean, he's living on a cruise ship. Yeah.
But I don't know anything about him.
But yeah, it would be cool.
It'd be really cool. I didn't even know he was on Navigator.
My goal this year, my goal in 2020 is to high five Bug Naked. That's my legit goal. I need a high five with Bug Naked.
Ella, you said, can you explain Royal Caribbean's next cruise program? Is the deposit per person or per cabin? How long do you have to choose your cruise? I honestly have no idea. When
we started vlogging, we stopped doing the pre-cruise stuff. We pay for things outright, or our sponsors pay for things outright. We don't put payments down other than maybe a deposit, but we haven't done that on Royal. With Royal, it's been like we found a stupid deal for Symphony, and we took it. It had not, it was I think out the door it was like $1,200.
You get really great deals. We used to do it on Norwegian. That's how we cruise so much on Norwegian.
Yeah, we would always do it on Norwegian
because you get really great, especially onboard credit. You can get like when I put in, if it's $1,000 cruise and I get $500, onboard credit, it's kind of like you're only paying for $500. That's kind of nice. But we just, because we don't know where we're going to be or what ship we're gonna be on, we just don't do it anymore. But honestly, I wish I had more information.
We found out we were going on Navigator and Sunrise today.
Yes, just like that. So we don't really know. Golfer Boy, I've only ever done Pando, but your Carnival review made Pando look like old people's home.
Oh,
fantastic.
Oh,
it's different.
It's different. It's a cultural ship, so it's just different. It was a phenomenal ship. Everybody was super friendly. Everybody knew we were the Americans on board. I mean, day 1 we got a lot of stares, but day 2 through 7, everyone was super friendly with us. It just depends on what you want to do. These amazing ships like the Horizon and the Bliss, they're awesome. But maybe if I was going back to Europe a second time to the same exact places, I wouldn't mind Horizon and Bliss. But they all have so much cool stuff that you want to stay on the ship. I don't want to stay on the ship. I want to go explore Europe. So, but in the Caribbean, when you've been to Nassau something in the realm of 9 billion times, and they've not done anything that they claim that they're doing with these magical renderings. Look, the ships are going to port in the skies, everybody. Yeah. Anyway, Nassau's the same, and it is what it is, and I can get much better food and drinks on the ship. So unless I'm meeting someone, we just don't go, right? So because there's so much cool stuff on those ships to do. I mean, you couldn't get Stef off the go-karts to save her life on Horizon, or excuse me, on Bliss. Gosh, they're transposing now. Sean said there's go-karts on the Horizon. I can't find them. Please don't quote me on that. I made a mistake, everybody.
Freedom to Roam, you asked if you sailed on Princess.
We did.
If not, would you? We have sailed on Princess.
We went on the Royal Princess.
Thanks to Brittany.
Thanks to Brittany Watson, our sponsor.
Yes.
We did the Fathom cruise, the very last Fathom cruise, where you give back to the communities. And the ship was amazing.
Yeah, if you've been on Celebrity or if you've been on P&O, Princess, actually P&O, it's the same ships, pretty much. So they're great. They're more laid back, more not so crazy with activities and things. We loved it, but we had a lot of activities with Fathom, so we were doing so many ports, so it was an exhausting cruise for us. If we went back on, it would be kind of nice to be able to sort of enjoy the princess-ness of it all. And, with the night movies outside and the pools and the fountain show, we were sort of running around like crazy.
Lots of cool stuff in the queue.
I gotcha. Let's see. Allison, this is not a dumb question.
There are no such things as dumb questions, people.
No.
Not here.
Can I tell the cruise line that I do not want automatic gratuities and just tip myself without the cruise line? And I'm guessing without them saying something, because it got cut off. You can go on, when you get onto the cruise, you can go tell them to remove them.
Yeah. Now, if that's the kind of thing where you feel weird about it, it happens with everybody. They're not going to judge you or anything. So many people.
Yeah.
Typically, that's what the line is. Unfortunately, if you see big lines, it's typically removing gratuities.
Yes. So when you get on there, you just go to the guest services and talk to them about it, and they will help you out.
Yeah.
And Madison, my favorite color is yellow. I don't wear yellow, but I love it. It's absolutely my favorite color. Well, okay, I don't wear the clothing yellow. Yellow does not look good on me as a color with my skin tone, but it does. It is my favorite color. At one point, we lived in an apartment. We had a yellow kitchen, and I was so excited because I was so happy. It just made me happy to cook dinner. I loved it. So that's my favorite color, yellow. What's your favorite color?
Apparently, I'm getting punchy.
Punchy?
I'm just me. That's just who I am.
Oh. Ed, have you ever considered doing a fan cruise? I need to hurry up. I'm slacking here.
That's why I'm acting the way I am. I know Stephanie's tripping over the time, so I'm just trying to get everything done here. Well, I do need a nap. I haven't slept in weeks.
We would love to be on a cruise that people would plan if we could all make it. We always post our schedule. We've had some slight issues.
We had a really negative situation.
In December when we were on the Bliss. People were planning things and it got out of control. So we just said, no, not on the group cruises. We're okay. But our schedule's always posted. And if you are on a cruise with us, definitely come say hi.
For real.
We would love to hang out, have a drink, and just talk and all that stuff. We would love that. It'd be great.
Yeah.
Adventures of David and Aaron. Great tip. It's always fun to go to the bank and grab some $2 bills for tipping.
What?
That is fantastic. I love that. Yes, and Justin, like you said, you prepay gratuities and tip on top of that. That's what we do as well.
Yeah, that's our exact. We're cruise soul people. We're all in the same boat here. Don't call it a boat.
Michelle, you said, I've been on Oasis and Harmony. What makes Symphony the best other than being the newest ship?
Right now, until the next ship comes out, they have the top crew.
Yes.
That's the delineation between that and anything else. I know Justin says that Grandeur has an amazing crew, and I don't doubt it one bit. But I do know, and they're going to be our next ship that we go check out for sure. Grandeur is on my list. But the food and beverage manager, the hotel director, and several officers told us that for the first at least year, Symphony had their top 1% on the ship at all times.
The best of the best.
So that would be the difference. The best of the best of the best. But in terms of offerings, it's pretty similar.
That's true. WR1U said, do you only book through the cruise lines or other sources, and which do you like better?
Well, we do. We have crew booked with our own money with Brittany.
We have. So we have been. There are advantages and disadvantages of booking travel agent versus booking cruise lines. Mostly the booking through a travel agent is all advantages. The only thing that I would think the disadvantage would be is time. If there's a time crunch, like maybe a sale or something like that where you want to book now, or maybe there's one room left. I know Carnival will put there's 2 rooms left and there's 14 people looking at this and you're like, but I do know that most bookings will let you save a booking and then you can transfer that to your travel agent. We love booking through a travel agent because they are helpful when it comes to asking questions. A big one is phone calls to the cruise line. I know Brittany handles a lot of our stuff. Like if we have a question, like if we want to change our dining time, or
she's super helpful.
We don't have to stay on the phone and be on hold. As much fun as it is listening to Mickey Mouse and Minnie Mouse, I didn't have to stay on the phone when I wanted to change our time for Disney. She actually did that for us, which was so helpful. There are times where your travel agent can give you an onboard credit, which is very nice. So
sometimes it also feels good to be treated special. Brittany and we've had TAs that are just horrifying human beings. Brittany's an amazing human being. We got all these cool presents and gifts all the time, even when we're not booking. It's just. It's nice to feel special, and it takes time out of her day to do that. So we recognize that and thank you. And nobody does that. So if anything, Brittany gives you a level of service that we've never experienced through any other TA.
Yes, she's amazing. I will put all of her information in the links below so you can find that. Teresa, you asked, does onboard credit include the gift shops? Yes. Onboard credit is basically a deduction of your bill at the end of the cruise. So if you have a balance, your onboard credit will take that off. If that makes sense. That's why if you leave your gratuities on, they will also come out of your onboard credit, that kind of thing. So on formal night, whilst, this is Natalie's question. Oh, I skipped one.
It's okay.
Whilst on Symphony, were there many people dressed in suits and tuxedos? How formal is formal?
I didn't see any tuxedos. There may have been one or two, but it's not that formal. It's business casual, I guess. I mean, I don't know what you call it, but I wear on formal nights, I wear slacks, a button-down shirt, a coat, and sometimes a tie, depending upon what ship we're on. And that's it. That's all I wear. It's nothing crazy. It's just like a sport jacket, and slacks for men. I don't wear too many dresses on formal nights, so I don't know what you were.
For me, I don't wear any ball gowns or anything. I should take a picture of it and put it up. I have a long polka dotted, it kind of comes mid-calf dress, and I put a sweater on with it because it's usually freezing in the restaurants for me. So that's what I wear, and I wear some strappy heels. I have some strappy black heels. You can dress up any outfit with some heels, and it looks fantastic. So yeah.
So yes.
Mike asks, just book the Joy. Are the go-karts as fun as they look? Are they as fun as they look?
Well, I mean, we're super competitive, but yeah, they're super fun. The only time I've ever done something multiple times on a ship and not felt like, wow, I've just completely wasted my time. We had like the go-kart Olympics. It was crazy during the day, even crazier at night. And it was anyone's race because you don't know. I mean, we had people stop in the middle of the track and just get frustrated. That was fun. People reversing in the track, hitting the wall, just like sitting there. So it's fun. It's just, I don't know. Would these go-karts be as fun not on a ship? No.
Yeah, I mean, it's special. You're on a ship. When you do go-karts here, like in Orlando, we've done them many times. It's so fast. Like you get in, you get your race, you can race again if you wanted. It's a long time. There's a procedure. In the races, you get people that are literally grandma driving down the middle of the road. You can't go past them. You're sitting there going, really? Really?
And then you've got times where rubbing is racing and people are going crazy. Yeah,
then you get some... I don't know what you're talking about.
I have no idea.
It is really fun. Enjoy it. It is awesome. Yeah, we caught up. Your queue is finished.
Have you ever been on the Horizon? Yes, we have been on the Horizon. We love the Horizon. I'll send this one right away. We love the Horizon. We did a full review on it and vlogs. We'll put it in the description.
I think it's down there.
It's possibly in my top 5 ships. It was just such a fun ship. I would go on Horizon tomorrow.
So fun. So great.
And Justin, I will absolutely roll for you. Not a problem. I made a lot of people a lot of money except me. And I was the only one not making money that night on the craps.
We didn't make that lady a lot of money. She really got a lot of money.
They moved her to
your Harmony cruise.
Yes. Oh, awesome.
That's amazing. Enjoy every second. I can't wait for our trip.
Yeah, the lady I made that lady at the craps table so much money, they actually asked her to move to a higher limit table. And she was like, "Can he come too?" And they're like, "No."
Yeah, Sean was a good roller. So we're going to end this because it is a little bit past 5, and I'm sorry.
Yeah, sorry for running out. Oh, wow. So many good questions.
There's so many good questions. Thank you so much, guys, for joining us today, spending your Sunday hour with us. We definitely really appreciate it. I'm definitely going to say this one more time. We're going to give another shout out to Brittany Watson for sponsoring us. We have 2 cruises that were just added to our schedule today. We will be on Navigator of the Seas in September, which is absolutely wonderful. Cool.
And that means perfect day as well.
And perfect day. And then we will be on the Carnival Sunrise in December. We are so thankful that you sponsored these cruises. My gosh, we're just overjoyed. It's just amazing. Thank you so much, guys, for coming today.
You all are awesome. We love you all.
Yes.
Justin, you make me laugh so much, man. Thank you. Thank you so much.
You guys too. Enjoy your holiday week to all the Americans in the house. 4th of July is on Thursday. But we will see you next Sunday.
For sure.
At 4 o'clock. Same time, same place. Right
here.
Same
bad time, same bad channel.
We're excited. So thank you so much, guys, for joining us. And
thank you for all your awesome comments. Thank you for everything. Thank you, Brittany, if you're out there. Thank you.
And well, thank you to everyone who's new, who came in, and hope you guys enjoy the rest of your week.
Yes, we love and adore all of you. Thank you so much for spending your time with us. We're just 2 people in stormy Orlando just trying to make it happen, and we owe it all to you. So thank you so much. We love all of you, and well, that's it.
That's it.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.